Sometimes, the little things we do without realizing it can actually push love away instead of bringing it closer. Are you making some common dating mistakes that might be standing between you and a great relationship? In this video, we're highlighting 5 dating mistakes that could be holding you back and how to fix them so you can open the door to real love. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more honest relationship tips. Let's get love back on track, starting now. 5. Over-investing before they've earned it. One of the biggest mistakes people make in dating is treating someone like a committed partner before that person has shown consistent interest and investment. This can look like canceling plans with friends just because you've been on only a few dates, texting them constantly throughout the day, or rearranging your entire schedule around their availability. When you put in too much emotionally too soon, it creates an uneven dynamic where you're much more involved and invested than they are. This kind of desperation or over-eagerness often pushes people away instead of drawing them closer. People tend to feel pressured or uncomfortable when they sense someone is more focused on rushing into a relationship than on genuinely getting to know them. It can come across as needy or overwhelming, which is rarely attractive. Healthy relationships don't happen overnight. They grow naturally through mutual interest and effort from both sides. Each person needs time to feel comfortable, build trust, and gradually invest emotionally. Instead of rushing in, it's better to let things develop at a steady pace where both people are equally engaged. This balance prevents feelings of desperation and builds a stronger foundation. When both partners invest mutually and consistently over time, the relationship has a better chance to flourish into something meaningful and lasting. 4. Ignoring red flags because of potential. Many people fall into the trap of focusing too much on who someone could become, rather than who they truly are in the present. It's easy to make excuses for behaviors that don't meet your needs, like brushing off inconsistent communication by assuming they're just busy, seeing their inability to make solid plans as harmless spontaneity, or overlooking emotional unavailability because you catch rare moments of vulnerability. This kind of hopeful thinking keeps you attached to people who aren't actually ready or willing to meet you where you are. When you date someone based on their potential instead of their reality, you often end up frustrated and wasting valuable time. It's important to look beyond isolated good moments or promises of change and focus on consistent patterns of behavior over weeks and months. How someone acts day to day, their reliability, how they communicate, their emotional presence is a much clearer indicator of who they are and what kind of partner they'll be in the future. Choosing to stay aware of the reality in front of you helps you avoid disappointment and recognize when someone truly aligns with your needs and relationship goals. This grounded perspective allows you to invest your time and energy in relationships with people who are genuinely ready to show up for you now, rather than holding out hope for a future that may never come. 3. Playing games instead of being direct. Strategic dating tactics often do more harm than good because they get in the way of forming real, meaningful connections. Examples include waiting a certain amount of time before replying to texts, acting less interested than you actually are, or sticking to strict rules about who should initiate conversations. While the intention might be to avoid seeming desperate or too eager, these behaviors can come across as fake or manipulative. Authentic communication, on the other hand, is much more appealing. When you genuinely like someone, it's perfectly okay and attractive to show it in a clear and respectful way. If you want to see them again, say so. If you're unsure about their feelings or intentions, ask directly instead of guessing or assuming. Being honest helps avoid misunderstandings and builds trust. Playing dating games often attracts people who are also focused on strategy rather than real connection, which can lead to relationships based more on tactics than true compatibility. By communicating openly and sincerely, you naturally filter out those who aren't serious or interested in something genuine. At the same time, you draw in people who value honesty and want to build a relationship based on real feelings, not manipulation. This straightforward approach lays a stronger foundation for healthy and lasting connections. 2. Seeking validation instead of connection. Using dating primarily to boost your own self-esteem rather than to find a genuine partnership creates the wrong kind of energy in your interactions. This often happens when you focus more on whether someone likes you instead of whether you actually like them. You might find yourself constantly seeking reassurance about their interest or changing parts of your personality just to fit what you think they want. This kind of validation-seeking behavior tends to make you less attractive because it reveals insecurity and neediness, which can push people away rather than draw them closer. Instead of trying to convince someone to choose you, it's much healthier and more empowering to shift your focus inward and evaluate if the person is truly right for your life. Ask yourself honest questions. Do you genuinely enjoy spending time with them? Do you share similar core values and goals? Most importantly, do you feel comfortable and authentic being yourself around them? When you approach dating from a foundation of self-worth and confidence, rather than from a place of need or desperation, you naturally attract healthier and more balanced connections. People who resonate with your genuine self will be drawn to you, and you'll be better able to build meaningful relationships that fulfill both your emotional needs and your desire for partnership. This mindset also protects your emotional well-being by encouraging you to invest your time and energy wisely with people who truly deserve it. 1. Moving too fast physically without emotional connection. Physical intimacy before establishing a solid emotional foundation can often lead relationships off track. While casual physical connections are perfectly fine when both people want that, rushing into physical closeness too soon can block the deeper emotional bonding that is essential for serious relationships. Sometimes, people lean on physical chemistry as a way to avoid the vulnerability and openness that emotional intimacy requires. Other times, they confuse strong physical attraction with true emotional compatibility. If you're looking for a meaningful, long-term relationship, it's important to let emotional intimacy develop alongside, or even before, physical intimacy. This approach creates a stronger foundation that helps you see beyond surface-level attraction and better understand if you truly connect on a deeper level. It also naturally filters out those who are mostly interested in physical connection, rather than genuinely getting to know you. Many people make this mistake with the best of intentions, wanting to show interest, feeling hopeful about a potential match, or trying to spark a connection. The key is to stay aware of when your actions might be moving you away from your relationship goals. Instead, focus on building authentic connections with people who show consistent interest, emotional availability, and compatibility. This way, you create relationships that grow naturally and align with what you truly want. Dating isn't always easy, but avoiding these common mistakes can really change the game. Try to be mindful, stay true to yourself, and watch how your love life shifts. If this resonated with you, drop a comment or share your own lessons below. And if you want more real talk about love, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. See you next time.